Hello, my name is Gaurav, and somebody has asked this question. I think the username is Bilal, and who has asked on a Telegram testing related community. And let me read the question for all of you. So, the person has joined as a junior QA in a startup. So, congratulations for that. As you can do a lot of things at startup, right, and now he's telling his roles that he's doing end-to-end automation testing in which he has started creating reusable utilities, right, while automating business use cases. That means he's working on automation as part of which he's creating utilities. But as you know, at startup there are sometimes less people and it becomes challenging, right, if you have to do end-to-end automation testing and testing, write code, all of that stuff. So now what he's telling is that he's using tools like ChatGPT for speeding up things, right? Which everybody else is also using these days, right? And he's using it for writing test script. Again, the same thing, designing utilities and understanding business logic. So which is helping a lot, right? We know that ChatGPT is really helpful, and there are other tools like Copilot and Cursor and all of that. They are helping Perplexity. Right. So now the question is that, like in this QA role in the starting, whether he should use it to speed up learning and productivity, or he should try to do everything on its own, right, without using AI. Let's say I have to write a code by which I need to check out whether all the products on a page are sorted or not. So whether I should write a program myself or not. So I have written down some points. Let's go through one by one each of them, right? So I'll start with the seventh point first, right? Whenever some new tech come, this thing will come, right? Definitely. So, but we adopt the change. For example, nobody's using SMS these days except for OTP thing, right? And you are using WhatsApp, right? Similarly, for let's say booking cab and taxi, you are using Ola, Uber, or whatever is the app in your region, right? You are not probably calling someone and maybe making a booking and all, right? So all of these things we are adopting with time. It has a side effect as well that I shared recently, right? When I noticed that on my one of my friend, yeah, who is a 10-year-old, recently posted on this. So this post is a little bit similar, right, but it was used by a school kid. He was trying to do a holiday homework, right, and the question was branch of defense services, and he got a ready-made answer, and the guy is a genius as I know him, right? So there are some things in favor of this and something against it, but since the person who has asked this question, he's already into a company and not like a kid, right? So circumstances are a little bit different. So I'll try to answer accordingly, but ultimately we have to adopt it, right? So the first advice would be that don't copy and paste only, right? Like if you just copy paste just like that kid, right, you will not be able to debug it later, right? In case any problem comes, it is your code, but you'll find it a little bit hard to debug it, though we have AI to debug as well, right? So my first thing is understand and then copy paste, right? So if you open GitHub Copilot, right, GitHub Copilot does the explanation as well, right? I have recently created a video where I have asked Playwright to, maybe let's open my site and run this test, right? So let's say it is doing some step package.json playwright config.test. So I should be able to understand what all these things are, right? Like let's say somebody who has never worked in JavaScript, they might not know what is package.json file is, right? They might know what is a POM file if they have worked in Java, right? But they might not know this. So my sincere advice is try to understand these things, because if you just move on, then the code will still work, but your understanding would get missed, right? Even though you have created a framework, but you'll not understand it, right? That how things are being working over there, right? So understand, and then definitely you can go copy paste, right? Now an important skill is questioning, that all the tester automation or everybody in general in software development, they should have that, right? So don't settle always with the first answer, right? Like, because for, let's say, sorting an array, so I have read in my BTech that there are 9 ways, right? There are various algorithm, example radix sort, bubble sort, right? And they have different complexity, log n, some has n square, right? So if I know this, then only I can make the sorting better, right? So unless you question it and you just accept it, you just copy paste it, then you might not be doing the best thing, right? So if a technology is at your hand, then you should try to make the best use of it, right? If we are settled with the first link on Google, it might not be the best, though it will have the best page rank, but it would not be the best. Right now, this comes the most important point, right? Generally, which I do, I practice it. So, for example, I have got this question, right? I could have directly asked AI, give me all the pointers. So, instead of that, have your own understanding. Let's say I wrote 5 pointers, okay, that this is the question and this is what I think, and then give it to AI, and so that with that you have also given a thought process to it, right? So that your thinking is not getting harmed with all this process, because here you are getting ready-made thing, right? AI is very much advanced than Google being the search engine, right? Because they were giving you some site, you have to read and you have to do stuff. Here it is getting as good as, right, you give it the recipe and it is in front of you, right? So it is actually hampering this, for which but still you have to use it, because the other part that you have mentioned in your question is about the speed, right? So how you will achieve the speed, so you have to use AI for that speed, but at the same time have your own thought process as well. And now comes this point is related to this, right? So then analyze it. Let's say I gave these 7 points, I gave it on the same question to AI, that these are my thoughts. So it gave these 2 point extra, which I have accommodated here only, that whenever you are, let's say you used AI and it has given you, so get your things peer reviewed as well, right? Somebody who is a senior in your team or right in your org, they can review it if things are fine. Even if you have done it using AI, there should be a peer review process. Also take some self notes, right? This will help you in a long run, right? You will be able to find out where AI is lagging as well, right? So first have your own thoughts, then give it to AI that this is a problem statement, this is what I think about it. Now when the output comes, then analyze what did you missed, and that can be your learning, that okay, this much portion, let's say I already know 7 points, but I know 2 extra now, right? So I'll take care of these 2 points as well in the future. So this process can help you. Now that speed thing is there, right? Everybody wants that everything should be done in a single sprint, right? That kind of speed. In the name of agile, we want a lot of speed, lot of features in a single sprint. So there are situations where you might not be able to learn all of the thing at the same time, right? Have a to-do app. So this is my site. Here I have, in the tools you will find that there is a to-do app. So generally I use this. So let's say I got a new concept, which let's say I don't have a time, right? So I add it, it's available in desktop, mobile as well, right? So you can maybe spare some time for the later on and use this to do and add some concepts to be learned over there later, right? So these are some points. If you will use them, I think you can use AI to the best way, right? Where you use it as well as it does not hamper you, because in that kid situation, if he's just relying on tech too much, then they might not read books and all, or may not understand all the concepts carefully, right? So till the time you are understanding stuff, questioning it, making it better, right? If you are you'll feel great if you will do something called as chain prompting, where you keep on discussing something with AI for, let's say, 10 questions on the same topic, right? So then you will understand that okay, that it's not hampering it, but it's speeding up the things. But definitely it affects some of the things for sure. For example, there are 6 members in my family and I remember just 3 phone numbers, right? There was a time when I was in school and we were having landline at that time, and I used to remember even my friend's number, a lot of friends number, landline number, Right, so yeah, technology has that disadvantage, plus we have to embrace the change and go with it. So this is my advice. Thank you for watching, and if you want me to answer any questions for you, you can just click on this contact and type it here. I'll try to answer it, and you can maybe have a look at this GitHub Copilot series, which can help you in even using agents and GitHub Copilot while coding as well. Thank you so much for watching.